He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Hold on. Where the fuck is... Oh,
looking for a crease. It's
my God.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A big up for 5. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Continuing to churn and move him forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The fake wants to throw. Left side is Skinner. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baxter. Run ends there.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Skinner. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Play action on first down. He'll get rid of it. Wide out trying to get it in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Looking for the edge. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quick give. It's Clark. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Sellers. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I think it's safe to say LaNorris Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything, what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks.
Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. The 20. He's a touchdown, Wildcats. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good. The coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's McAllister. Knocked down immediately.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Barber. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Fourth down, Sellers. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Looking for room, it's Clark. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. Desperately looking. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They boot it away. Making his first move. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And you're seeing more of this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces. And you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football. And now you got to match up with those guys and their big bodies. Nice throw down the field, nice catch. Nice job of using multiple tight end packages for this offense.
Right side, it's Baxter. At the 45 on his way. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Between the hashes, it's Bauer. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Straight ahead, it's Baxter. Finds a crease at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Under pressure. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You could play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Sellers. Fires to the right. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
2nd and long here. To throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking for room at the 25. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Throwing, Sellers.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Making the adjustment. Sellers to the air again. Here comes the heat. Finds his target. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Out wide left, it's Hunt. Dragged down. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Reels it in. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Sellers to throw. Left side is McAllister. Across the 25. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying the run, it's McAllister. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack taking on the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Wolfpack, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick because of the hit, incomplete pass.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. At midfield, he's got room. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job of going to get that first down, new set of downs.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Wants to throw on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide right, it's Baxter. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And the Wildcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Off-play action. Out wide left, it's Baxter. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sellers. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Got a man. It's Clark. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
They'll need a bunch on second down. A run for the quarterback. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. This quarterback part of their running game. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Fourth down, Sellers. Touchdown, South Carolina. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the wideout. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Kentucky 24, South Carolina 12.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Fresh setter downs going to the air. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Sellers buys time to his left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
That is the score. Kentucky 24, South Carolina 18. Number 24 sets a kick this morning.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Left side is Skinner. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Throws to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra 1st downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the 1st down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
I tell you what, these are so frustrating, right? He drops back, it's a pass, he wants to throw the football, but when he starts scrambling, these are those chances where you get those chase down poke outs or hit the QB as hard as you can to try to force a fumble. You got to do something to get the offense the football back.
Defense calls a timeout, 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Baxter. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Second down to the air. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space this odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Turns into the pile. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Going to the run, it's Barnes. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They want that clock to run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
After that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, expecting them to go ahead, kick a field goal here, and make this a 2-possession game.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Not a chance. Missed it. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throwing, Sellers. Rushes on. Going to try to get it himself. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Fires to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Right side, it's Harbor. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. They're all over him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Again, it's Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
deep into the fourth quarter of this game. Down by 6, they'll have to go for it on 4th down. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Firing for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.
Sellers sold you, brother.
Yeah, he for sure sold you. I can't lie. I can't even take it like that. That was really my dub. That nigga sold you on about a good 5. Yeah. That running back throw, that was like on that. Yeah,